Hello. Today I want to talk about telling the truth and being authentic in relationships. I had an interesting experience yesterday. A friend of mine, a somewhat new friend of mine, was watching my other videos, and we were on Facebook and we were sending messages back and forth, sort of IMing. And out of the blue he says something along the lines of, "Didn't you want braces? Did you not want braces as a kid?" Oh, that was my phone. And it just triggered me, because of course what that means is he's looking at my video and saying, "Wow, your teeth are messed up. Why didn't you get those fixed?" That was my interpretation, at least. So right there, that was my interpretation. That's me telling a story about a story that happened. Maybe he'll do a video response. I actually suggested that maybe he come over and do this video with me. His name is Richard, but I'm doing it without him. So this moment happens with this friend, who's a pretty new friend, but a close heart connection friend. And at the same time, I'm writing a poem. It's an emotional poem about my relationship with my ex-husband. So there's an interesting juxtaposition going on. And I tried to make it so that I wasn't going to move forward with the conversation about my teeth with Richard. So as soon as he said that, I just said, "Oh God." Sort of like a little warning. Let's not go there. Because I was very triggered. I was very triggered. And he was a very good trigger, because he wouldn't let me stop. And he came back at it. So I had a choice to make, and my fight or flight response was to just ignore him. Just stop IMing, because I was in an IM. It would be easy to ignore him right then. I'm just going to ignore this because I can't deal with it, and it makes me uncomfortable, and you're pushing on my insecurities. Should we push on them a little more? My teeth. For some reason, they get worse when the video goes on. Can you see? They don't look that bad in person, I don't think, but I am insecure about them. And interestingly enough, because I had this juxtaposition going on with the poem about my ex-husband, it was something that my ex-husband likes about me. It was something he found charming, that I got this little snaggletooth thing. And as it was coming out with Richard, I could kind of tell that he found it a little charming too. And yet at the same time, he was also suggesting I go see a dentist to get it fixed and get braces. I thought of getting it fixed, but never braces. They do crazy teeth things. Many of us have seen Extreme Makeover. Is that what it's called? Anyway, so this is the moment. In the middle of this poem, actually literally crying tears. And my new friend is saying, "What's with your teeth?" And I just wanted to run. I just wanted to run from it. But I took a breath, and I thought of something that Neale Donald Walsch says from Conversations with God. He says, "Things are going to hurt you. Other people are going to hurt you until they don't. These things will hurt until they don't." And the way to handle that is to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And sometimes we feel very unspiritual and unenlightened in telling this truth, right? So what I like to do is get very simple. And I've had other people, men specifically, model this for me. Just tell me straight up when I've triggered them. And it's so beautiful. So I've been inspired by that. And I decided I would just tell the truth. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was very simple. And I said something along the lines of, your question is making me feel insecure, and I'm very uncomfortable. And I liked that. I was like, that felt good. I dealt with that. He's gonna stop it now. And I patted myself on the back. Sorry, my nose itches. Pat myself on the back, right? Oh, that's my shoulder. But instead of saying to me, Terry, that was an amazing response to a difficult situation, he said, oh geez, it's just a question. And then I had another situation on my hands. I was like, what do we do with this? I don't even remember what I did. We moved forward. We kept talking. I kept writing the poem. They kept juxtaposing. And we have love for each other, and it's fine, and it's a creative relationship, obviously. But I guess the point of the story, if there is one, was that moment of deciding to speak my truth. And regardless of how he took it, or regardless of how I felt, the conversation continued to progress. I felt very good in that moment that I stayed there, and I stayed with my discomfort, and I was able to notice that he was reflecting back to me my own fear. Of course, that's what everyone is doing. This isn't a huge light bulb moment. Most of us know this is just a reminder. Everything is a mirror, and it was such a sweet mirror in the sense of he was reflecting all sides, because I am insecure about my appearance. That's one element. I could tell you 20 elements I'm insecure about, but we won't go there. Not right now. No, we probably won't go there. So that insecurity was reflected to me, but there's also a part of me that's proud of the fact that I never got it fixed, and I don't kind of care if I get it fixed, and imperfection is lovely, and people like my imperfection. At least 2 or 3 people do. And maybe I don't need to try and be perfect. It's a really complex thing in a small little snaggletooth. And it all came at me at once. And it was really beautiful in the end. And I guess that's all I wanted to share, was to share that that moment again was so full that when I saw I'm being shown this, I'm being shown my fear, I'm being shown my insecurity, I'm being shown adoration, I'm being shown love, I'm being shown understanding, I'm being shown impatience, all of it. And it's all within me, and then it's all coming back to me. And even now in this moment, my heart feels so expansive about it. None of it really matters. It doesn't matter. And as I'm looking into this camera, I can't help but also say that, oh God, I'm gonna cry. Oh God. It's like I'm looking into the keyhole. When I first met my husband, my ex-husband, I went and I met him online initially, and I met him at a hotel. I guess I'm gonna let these tears come as much as they do. And he was already there, and I looked at him through the keyhole. Well, I don't know, he looked out at me, not the keyhole. The people. He looked out at me, and he always tells me that he remembers seeing that. He remembers seeing my smile. How it was messed up, but he loved it. We're all messed up. but we love it. I'm really messed up now. And I love it. Much love to you. As all this stuff comes down my face.